Everybody, this is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. I will warn you that for some reason, I don't know, because maybe everyone in Minnesota is home watching the internet, my internet connection is a little unstable. So if I happen to fritz out a little bit, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. That said, we are here to play Worldwide Wrestling RPG. This will be the third session in our series in March 2020. I'm super excited. Our creative, which is the cool name for the GM, is Alex, and I'm going to be making a new, I have made a new wrestler for this series. So, Alex, take it away, friend.
Yeah, we're going to be playing Worldwide Wrestling. I'm Alex, he, him, and I'm going to go straight into introducing the characters, our returning ones first, and then our newest. So I'll start with who we missed last week, Tyler.
Hi there, I'm Tyler, he, him pronouns, and I am playing Melvin P. Morgenstern, who is of the Provocateur playbook. He is kind of he's definitely a nerd, but he has beefed himself up to where he's kind of a muscle nerd, and he has a huge chip on his shoulder. He is a heel because A, he tells everybody that he's smarter than them, and B, because he's filled with the anger of how people have treated him, and now he's gonna get his own back. And as a provocateur, he comes out and causes a good bit of chaos in his wake.
Excellent. And Jen?
Hey there, I'm Jen, she, her pronouns. I am playing Ursuli, the anti-hero. Her story shtick is that she is a voodoo hitwoman. She hails from Detroit, Michigan, and seems to be a bit more capable of the real violence than the play violence, but she likes the wrestling. She's definitely a heel and has a lot of fun doing that.
And our newest wrestler.
Hey, I am going to be playing J.P. Townsend. J.P. Townsend, his gimmick is the athlete, and he hails from Alabama, where he was a nationally renowned football player. He played linebacker, and he graduated with honors, maybe with a little help. And he was drafted to the Dallas Cowboys, and there were people who were saying that he was going to be the next Lawrence Taylor, or maybe the next Mike Singletary. And he was real excited with all those accolades, but unfortunately, early on in his career, in his rookie year, he hurt his ankle. And he tried to come back a couple times, and this never worked out. So he took a year. He retired from National Football League, and he took a year off and recouped everything. And while he can't play football anymore, he decided he wanted to do something with his life, and he decided to become a wrestler. And so he is an athlete. He is not a very good wrestler, but he's athletically gifted, and he has a 1.9% body fat. So he looks real good. He looks the part. Just imagine that he's not rich, but like a really handsome, big guy. And he's excited to be here. He is looking forward to wrestling with all of these people that he's been watching. He's been watching, studying, like playbooks. You know, he watches all the events and everything, and he doesn't quite pull things off. And his biggest problem is not the desire. Like, he absolutely has the desire. He tries real hard, but sometimes he hits just a little harder than he should have. And sometimes when he gets hit, he doesn't sell it very well. So his work is a -2. He is not the best wrestler. And unfortunately, he's already got an audience from the people that didn't draft him for the fantasy teams and get horribly disappointed by his lack of performance in football. And so he's learning, he's doing the best he can. And unfortunately, these wrestlers have to deal with him. and make it work, because he's getting thrown into matches way before he is ready.
And we got some heat questions that we've worked through.
That's right.
Before we started.
Melvin was a fan of mine before I started wrestling. And I have to say, I am a big fan of Melvin's, even though we're peers. I think his whole shtick is hilarious. He is a funny guy. He cracks me up. It's real hard to keep a straight face when he does that stuff. I'm not looking forward to having to, do the things where we're angering at each other and yelling at each other and stuff, because I think I may start laughing. I'm real worried about that. And who appreciates the athleticism I bring into the ring. I think maybe I really can't help but like a little bit of what I've got the potential to do if I could pull it off. But on the other side, I don't think she's a super fan of my current relationship with management. I don't want to speak for you, Rhonda. That reaction is perfect.
Green as grass.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's Sunday Smash here in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Bismarck.
At the Lawrence Welk Entertainment Complex. downtown Bismarck. And the camera goes across the audience, all the signs, as the big Jumbotron displays start showing the highlights of last week. We of course see the director of Machinations Inc. coming down, being in the commentator box, announcing his new hire, and Ivan turning on his tag team partner, Azuli. What other highlights do we see? Should I call out?
I think we see it's a highlight. This is pretty slickly produced video of JP as he's training. He's like running. There's a little bit of Rocky Balboa music, and it shows him in the wrestling ring. And there's some jobber that maybe some people recognize, and he's got a coach, and he's going through all the wrestling moves and working on holds and everything. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like his whole promo bit is what happens last week. He was training.
I think from Melvin, you see first off that springboard leg drop he did on the two guys in first session. But then we also see interspersed him like with his whiteboard up, and you see all his calculations where he's figuring the right moves, and then it clicks back to a move where he does a nice big flying off the top turnbuckle lariat on somebody, back to the whiteboard, another nice move on somebody, and then we get back to the whiteboard and we see Townsend there, up there, the picture of him. And you can see where Melvin's been crossing out things on his board like he's trying to figure it down.
Azuli?
So I think I've had this in my mind. I'm not sure if this fits, but I just want to get it out there in the world. Ursuli is seated at this like small kitchen table. I can't remember what you call it. Like it's like a breakfast nook, right? And it's just this nice, sweetly decorated, like country style kitchen. And Mrs. Marjorie Nice like brings out an apple pie, and you get a little overhead shot, and you can see that the cute little air vent cutout for steam is a skull and crossbones. And like Urzuli looks visibly uncomfortable being in the room. Like the physical acting is just, please, lady, don't hurt me. As Marjorie gives Urzuli a slice of the pie, and then we cut to Urzuli like pulling a strip of paper out of it and like reading a name and being like, them? Really? Take them out, dear. And Urzuli just shrugging, eating the paper.
Excellent. I think we roll into, I think we're going to do promos for the first match, and I think I want a Melvin and a JP Townsend promos.
You or me?
Well, we know you're going to top me, so I think JP should go first.
Knock it out.
Cool. So JP is wearing this. He's gone back to the a wrestling uniform that they've taken off the Ole Miss logo, but he graduated from Ole Miss, which is a American university in the Deep South. So he's got the Ole Miss thing, and I'm doing it. He's got the wrestler like head strap thing with the little earmuffs, because I've just now decided that he also did a little bit of wrestling maybe, but not much. Like as soon as they discovered him for football, they pulled him out, but enough to where there are pictures of him in Ole Miss uniform. So he's wearing that, and he says, well, I've been given an opportunity here today, one of my first matches here, in Bismarck, North Dakota. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to wrestle against Melvin Morgenstern. I know he's a little atypical, and I'm very excited. He's got some big muscles. I think it's going to be a big throwdown. He's a strong fella, a big strapping guy, and I think with you guys, with all your support and the love I've gotten from everybody in Bismarck, that I think we can put on a good match. I think I've got a good chance here, the good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Can I get a roll plus look?
Yeah, I'll do that. Roll plus look. Okay. I've got 2 purple D6s that are a 1 and a 2. So obviously when I re-roll them, they will be better. That's how dice work. And they did. That is an 11.
That's a lot better.
And his look is a -1. So I still got a 10.
You still do.
Nice.
So you get to, well, obviously straight away you get momentum, and you get to pick one from the 7 to 9 list.
Nice. Hold on. My PDF reader is being slow and dumb. All right, 7 to 9.
Audience is liking this. So
+1 momentum, and so my momentum is now at a 2 because I start with an audience of 1. And I think, I could get another momentum or +1 heat with the subject of my promo. I think +1 heat, because then we'll have 3 heat. That's pretty good, right, Tyler?
That's good.
Yeah.
Just
Awesome.
need one more.
I'm plussing that heat there. There we go.
So yeah, I think there's lots of kids with signs with your name on. There's some people who've got like replicas of your shirts that have been, quickly produced.
Right.
I think there's a few, there's at least one middle-aged guy who's got, the shirt that they made when you were playing, who's, definitely does not fill it how you do.
Nobody does. This guy's 1.9% body weight. No one fills the shirt like he does.
Oh, and then where does the camera find Melvin?
I think we find Melvin. He's down. It's kind of this darkened room, but you could tell it's like the locker room. You could see his whiteboard there, and it's got scribbles on it and the picture still. And Melvin you know, the camera kind of pans down. Ooh, and cops. Oh, fire truck. And the camera kind of pans down, and we see Melvin. He's sitting there. He's kind of gnawing on his finger a little bit as he looks up. He goes, I went through high school dealing with people like this. All the purple nurples. All the swirlies. The hours in my locker when I was locked in by jocks just like this. But you know what? I went out there and I worked hard. I got strong. I ate my Wheaties. And now I'm going to get back. Going to get back at people like that. People like you. Pointing up to the picture. Because I'll tell you something. I was smart. And I worked hard and now I'm strong. And even though you're strong, you're always gonna be a meathead. 'Cause I'm Melvin P. Morgenstern.
Please roll for me, thank you.
Alrighty. Come on, die. 6, 7. So on a 7.
There that I see. So you get to do just one from the 7 to 9 list.
1 from the 7 to 9.
So that's
I am definitely gonna take that heat.
And that brings you to...
That takes me up to 3.
Ooh,
Pop that audience.
that is a strong heat for the start of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to the, okay, lights off in the, lights slightly subdued in the arena. JP Morgan, no, JP Townsend. You both got a P in your name.
I recognized the JP Morgan connection just a few minutes ago, and I'm like, I hope I don't screw that up.
Yeah. What is his intro?
Oh, JP Townsend's intro is so he's gone out and actually hired a local high school band with his own money to come out and play Forward Rebels, which is the Ole Miss fight song. So it's heavy on the horns. It's one of those like really upbeat, and it's da 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 da, and he comes. The spotlights go around the crowd for a little bit, and then it centers on him, and he comes running out, and it's just all energy. He's like at the ring. He doesn't pause. He gets so excited that he's just up there, and he goes up and he looks around, and he's already on the lip, and he's like, crap, I was supposed to like slap hands and stuff, take it. But he waves to the crowd, and he steps in and bounces around a little bit, and he decides, because he's got so much extra time because the band's still playing, he runs and bounces against the ropes and bounces against the ropes a couple more times and bounce a few times, and then heads eventually over to a corner. Yeah, he's kind of like a big dumb puppy. Yeah. But that's his whole entrance. Needs work. And
And there's that pause before Melvin enters.
The strains begin of Oingo Boingo's Weird Science as up on the screen we see various calculations form up on the screen, and we see a little shoot of sparks coming up the side as he steps out, and he's carrying a sign over his head that he's showing to the audience. Pipelines make jobs. As he's holding out, and the crowd goes booing.
Is this a bit of cheap heat?
It is a bit of cheap heat. And he's walking down the thing, pointing at it.
Yeah,
You idiots!
The booze. There's some paper cups getting thrown across the ramp ahead of you.
And he does his getting to the ring, and because he kind of looks like he's trying real hard to pull the ropes apart to step through, and he sort of stumbles a little bit because being nerdy and all. But
JP like moves over like he was gonna spread the ropes, but then he sees that it was a bit, and he like backs off.
and I'll get to the turnbuckle and yell and throw the sign out to the crowd.
Yeah, I think from the commentator box, like, I mean, that's nice behavior to see, but the ring is not the best place for it, is it, Jojo?
Nope, that kind of handout is going to get you yanked down.
Too true.
You're muted, Alex.
Of course I am. Yeah. The referee kind of gestures you both to the middle of the ring. This is a one-fall match.
And JP holds his hand out, for Melvin to shake.
Melvin will kind of look at it, and he'll look around the crowd. He gets this kind of furtive look, and he'll kind of reach out to it. And when he takes your hand, he does this sort of, you can, strain like he's trying to squeeze it real hard, but I bet you don't sell, or what do you?
Yeah, he does. JP doesn't sell at that at all. He just sees, he seems a little confused for a moment, and then it clicks, and he's like, oh, ooh, yeah. Ooh. And then it's gone like seconds later.
As we're about to part, I kind of whisper over at him, I'm going to throw a few insults, then beat the hell out of me.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Good luck.
You too. As I move away, scamper away.
Cool. And yeah, then I think JP will go down into a corner, and he drops down into a 3-point stance.
I think that Melvin is clearly expressing some kind of lifelong trauma here in the ring.
Well, this is the best place to get that aggression out.
Hopefully this will be an experience of healing. But maybe not too much healing.
Who's starting with control?
Yeah, he starts with control.
I mean, I think since you're going to be doing the insults, I feel it's Melvin has got control.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Alrighty. So seeing you over there in the 3-point stance, Melvin's going to kind of saunter towards the middle of the ring and he doesn't even know what sport we're playing. Look at that. And he looks all dismissive, and I think that JP kind of charges across, and Melvin tries to jump out of the way and gets caught kind of side. He does manage to move a little bit, but gets caught sideways, so he spins and does a fall down and kind of crawls back and gets up, up to the ropes, and he's hanging onto the ropes. So the ref kind of pushes JP back, and he's like, "Oh, keep me back!" Before he stands back up, and he, kind of gets to the ref. It's like these need to be the real rules of wrestling. Real rules. Tell him. And he's kind of pushing the ref up there so that as the ref, kind of in confusion, is pointing towards JP, Melvin pushes the referee to the side and chop blocks straight into JP's knee.
Yes. Oh, that's right. And JP, everybody knows that, JP busted his ankle. He still wears the ankle brace, even though technically it's pretty well healed. He just can't really hit the 40 times that he used to. So he actually sells that mostly out of like a shock of fear for a second. But then he's like, no, we're doing this thing. And so he rolls into it and he tries to sell that.
I do not think the referee saw that kind of move was would be a disqualification.
So dirty. Does that sound like I'm going to a move, though? I was hoping to go to a look wrestling on that.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're selling the
awesome.
kind of heel.
Mm-hmm. And also playing to the kayfabe of the, nastiness of that ankle injury sort of thing.
Clearly, there's a lot of fears getting played out here in the ring today.
All right, that's an 8, which I will take the momentum for. And hand control.
Cool. Oh wait, you rolled with look on wrestling, right? And got a mixed result, and so you took the momentum and handed it over?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still learning, so I'll ask dumb questions from time to time.
No.
I remember, Azuli, you have not Azuli, Jojo. You have the opportunity to up a result one time in this match.
That's right. Thank you for the reminder.
Because last time we weren't able to do that since we only had 2 wrestlers.
JP, again, he sold that pretty well. And when Melvin comes in to maybe punch him while he's on his knees, he slides out of the way and shoves Melvin away. It's kind of a sloppy wrestling move, but it gives JP a second to collect himself. And then the two of them kind of lock arms, their hands on each other's necks, and there's a little bit, and then I think he takes Melvin and he's gonna go for it. Like he just grabs him by the hand, he's gonna try to swing him across and throw him into the ropes. And then JP doesn't have like a signature move off the ropes, so he just goes with a regular like shoulder tackle in the guts, and Melvin sells that really, really well.
Oh.
And then he rolls over, and I think JP looks around and gets a little excited, and he wants to do a feat of strength because he knows he can pull that off, right? So he grabs Melvin. Does Melvin wear that weird ass cap in the ring?
He can if you want.
It's okay. Does he have long hair or short hair? Like
he has fairly short hair. It's
okay,
it's kind of bowl cutty.
So he comes down and grabs him. Oh yeah, that bowl cut's super nerdy. That's a great call. Good call. And kind of pulls him up, and then he's gonna lift under and just try to press him up with one hand kind of around his crotch, the other hand around his chest there. He's gonna go for a feat of strength. And once he does that, then he's gonna throw him down onto the mat. So when I demonstrate your extraordinary strength, roll plus power. This is going to be a not good roll because it just rolled.
And either way, this will move control back over to Melvin.
Oof, that is not good. All right, so a power of 2, and I rolled a 2, so that's a 6. I'm going to spend a momentum to push that to a 7. I really don't want to injure myself, so I will spend 1 momentum. So my momentum goes back down to 1. On a 7 to 9, it's obvious. It's an obvious effort. I think it's a thing where he's got the strength, but lifting a human body takes like some balance work a little bit, and it's not on Melvin. It's on he just doesn't grab in the right place there. So
a little wobble.
Yeah, and so I gain +1 momentum. I get that momentum back, but
Melvin gets to choose one.
Yeah, Melvin gets to choose something. So what do you do?
I'm going to I think he's put me at risk of injury. I think I'm gonna get hurt from this.
That sucks. I feel terrible.
That's all right. I like my injury move.
Oh, okay, good. All right. I still feel bad.
But yeah, I think I'll take the injury.
Yeah, so I mean, tick a box in of injury, and okay.
So I think
I was just looking up the injury move quickly.
Yeah, I think that as you press and the press looks wobbly, and when you do the slam down on me, I kind of go off kilter. So I land
with one
shoulder, and you could it definitely kind of wrenches that shoulder. So probably like strained muscle in there or something, not full broken bone, but I land and there's kind of a and it's not just a cell at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, and the ref will lean into, you able to go, I can go. And control the meat.
I mean, you're going to be kind of a little bit wobbly for thing, and I think the audience is definitely kind of cottoned on to that as a, that was a bit more than just the normal wrestling.
Perfectly executed.
Yeah. And there's, I think, I mean, it recommends a.
Well, he shouldn't get a hard move. He ended up with a 7.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so I think it's just more of just a general, the audience, there's like a, and, your image is not helped by that.
So as I, fall down and the ref kind of will, check me, but will give, since I said, okay, do this, sort of come back. And I think JP moves over to pick me up. And as we kind of clinch, as he pulls me in, I'm like, that one hurt a little, JP. Let's be a little more careful, please.
Yeah. I'll stick to wrestling stuff. Sorry, man.
All right, let's do some softer stuff for a minute, and kind of I'll JP, I'll push with you, and we'll get to that corner, and I think JP, you lay in a couple of forearms while I'm in the corner, and I'm selling, kicking my legs up with each hit, clearly big old huge monster hits, and you leave me be and move back to the opposite turnbuckle, go back to that 3-point stance. And I think the crowd's anticipating it's going to be one of these big, huge moves across the ring. And as you come running across, I drop down and pull myself under the lower ropes. And as you come in, you go straight through the middle ropes and slam into the post there. And, clearly I've gained a little advantage moment. And so as you're hanging over, I've gone to the outside, and I'm going to take your head and kind of go bam up against the post, since you're through, and kind of stun you for a minute. And as I roll back in, I'm going to grab that bad leg and pulling you out to the middle of the ring, and I'm clamping in a big old ankle lock.
Oh, and I think they want to build, the creative wants to build like this feud up.
Okay.
They want to give Melvin this win.
Ooh, okay. So I've locked in this ankle lock, locked it in, and even with the lock in, I'm gonna point at my head. See, brains over brawn, brains over brawn. Are you saying you're wanting to roll into a finisher on this, or you want to get?
I think creative really wants like JP to get a chance to push this, like the good guy hero.
Right, needs a
especially
pullback.
After that kind of injury earlier.
Yeah, so
actually passed on through referees, kind of like pushing you apart and just like passing on like a bit of,
Well, maybe JP manages to pull over to the ropes, so we get a break. So as you get to the ropes, the referee pulls me off, and before you can get up, I'm going to run across, bounce that rope, and I'm coming in at speed to do a big elbow drop right into the back of your leg. We're trying to catch that ankle tendon, all that. Big drop while you're still on the rope. So that sound like going into the move?
Yeah.
Okay. And this probably is work. You have another idea of what it'd be, Alex? Or is work for you?
I mean, I mean, are you going into your finishing move, or are you?
This is just a wrestling move.
Oh, this is wrestling. Okay. This just feels like work. It doesn't feel like you're not being like acrobatic. You're not kind of getting down in anything technical. It's not like really pushing your, your gimmick or anything. So yeah.
All right. My work is 0, so I get a 7. And so we can get a chance for that comeback. I'll take the momentum and hand control.
What was the last move that you just pulled off? Like, what did it look like?
It was, as you're hanging onto the ropes and pulling yourself up, I bounced off the opposite rope and came in and just dropped an elbow right onto the back of that tendon of your ankle.
Sweet. Okay, so it's a thing where he drops down and the pain of the ankle is terrible. And I think that as you move back, JP, he turns to the audience. He's like, "Come on, Bismarck, I need your help." And he's going to call for some cheap heat by praising the audience. And so I'm going to get my +1 momentum. I only get to do that.
Bismarck loves you.
Cool. So that'll get me up to a 3 momentum, and no more feats of strength. I'm just gonna.
That was like one of the other notes that the cut the showy stuff. Stick to the storyline.
Yeah, bad idea. Bad call, buddy. No more. I don't think he wants to put Melvin at any legit risk. So he's gonna go and kind of fall into a little bit of football styled moves that we saw in the promo coming up to this, like the last week on. So he kind of tackles Melvin, knocks him to the ground, and then he's going to do like goes up to the top rope and dives down onto him. It's like he's spearing him, and I think I'm just going to go for a nice, solid move with demonstrating the character through action and showcasing his gimmick as an athlete. So I'm hoping to roll with a look. Does that work for you, creative?
That does, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because if I use work, I am going to hurt people. My look is only kind of bad. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I rolled a 7, but a -1 look pushes me down. I've got to spend another momentum just to get back at that 7 to 9 rating. I hit it pretty well. And I think that I'm going to give my opponent control and gain +1 more momentum.
Yeah.
Okay. So you speared me off the top, and I am definitely selling it. We've got the whole, I've been just squashed by the size of it. And you pull me back up, and I'm going to whisper to you, kind of get me into a power move. And I think, you'll do some sort of like nice big suplex to drop me over.
Yeah.
I'll sell that. Oh, I'm flopping around, crowd going nuts. And as you come to get me, I reach up and grab where your tights are and just bounce backwards. So I sling you through the ropes. So you fall outside.
Nice.
And
I don't think you saw that coming. So there's like a little bit of selling and a little bit of, oh crap, I just got pantsed.
And as you fall to the outside, Melvin's going to kind of crawl up the ropes. And as you're laid out there from the side, he's going to come and drop down from the apron of the thing and just drop a knee right down to that leg again. Clearly he's centered in on one place. That's the smart thing to do. Mm-hmm. So we get a sell from JP of the role of that. He's going to Melvin goes over and pulling that leg over to where the fence is. I'm gonna slam it up against the metal fence around the ring. Again, we get the sell. The crowd is just dirty old Melvin doing naughty things there. Stomp
Clearly,
on it again.
A lot has changed since high school.
And so with the bad leg, Melvin's going to pick him up and kind of sling him back into the ring. And probably should get one more look at how this is going to be a dirty win for Melvin. So as he comes in, we've got JP standing up gamely to try and handle him, and Melvin will rush in like he's going to try and do that shoulder block back at him because I'm just as tough as you. And as he hits him, bam, there's no give. He goes in, he bounces off the ropes, comes in, boom, no give from JP. And when he comes in that third time, JP will catch him and looks like he's going to put him up for that suplex again. But as he does, the leg will give out.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And so Melvin, are we going for finish?
Yeah, it feels like a good.
And so as the leg's going out from underneath him, Melvin kind of scampers around, over his shoulder and grabs hold of the bottom of his trunks and just rolls underneath between his legs so that JP falls over. Melvin scrambles up between his legs and rolls him up into what's called the sunset flip, which is just basically Melvin's over the top, just leaning over his legs while his shoulders are down. And as the ref drops down to do the count, Melvin is going to stick his legs on the ropes to get extra leverage. Clearly going to have to cheat to hold this guy down, but rolling for the finish. Come on, do a good roll. I've got some modes.
I mean, surely the referee sees Melvin using physics to his advantage.
Hopefully not. Let's see if I roll well enough. The idea is that he's distracted.
Yep.
So let's see. That's a 7. Unless anybody's putting me over, I will spin my mo.
Well, I don't have that power.
Doesn't sound like Jen's putting me over, so I will spin that mo.
No, I'll do it. Oh my goodness. My hall monitor would not have let this happen.
Takes me up to a 10. And with my finisher on a 10, hit it clean. Choose whether you or your opponent gains an audience. And I'm going to be dirty on this one, Rich. I'm sorry. This time I will take the audience. You're going to get a workout of it. And you're going to get an audience because... Oh, no, we're at 3, aren't we?
You're at 3. Not quite.
Oh well.
That feat of strength, I think, would have...
Yeah, that was over. If I hadn't screwed it. That is awesome. I am going to lose all my heat with you then. That was a good amount of heat too. This is a real sacrifice to get that work up.
Mm-hmm. It's worth it.
No, is it?
It's a whole advance.
What? Yeah, it's a whole advance, but
it's a whole advance that you got for getting some heat and losing the match.
All right, here we go. My work goes to a -1.
Oh yeah, I was thinking you were talking about the finishing move. Of course, it's one of your actual.
Yeah, it's an actual athlete move. Student of the game. When you lose a match to someone with a higher work than you can choose to lose all your heat with them. If you do, you take +1 work. And I went ahead and marked that I raised that with student of the game.
We'll fight again. You'll get to do it again, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
won't be doing it with Arzuli. Plus, I don't want to lose heat with everybody. That's not good.
We'll make more. And as I get my cheap win, I think there's just the, kind of like I stole it. It's going to be jumping off of him and running to the back as quickly as possible. Like, ah!
And JP, when he sees Melvin run off, he rolls over. You're not entirely sure if he saw that Melvin was cheating, so he's a little hangdog, but he looks around to the audience and he thanks them for their support, and then he'll slide over, and then he remembers that his leg is hurting, so he sells that a little bit as he takes the steps down instead of just hopping down there, and he'll limp a little bit on his way.
there's like the audience like patting him on the back. You're getting a lot of
Yeah, he remembers to go slow this
Yeah.
time, so he gets lots of support. But he's learned. He's learned a little bit.
Should we have a little bio break?
Sounds good.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or so.
I think the next segment will definitely be going into. I think we need to build on that hinted at relationship with management for Azuli. Some on camera, some more of that, the shtick that was demonstrated in the previously on.
Sure.
Which will be definitely leading into her match. And if there's anyone wants some promos, just say.
It feels weird to cut a promo against the Pebble, but maybe I got it.
If you want to cut a promo against Pebble, okay.
I mean, I don't want to lose my heat.
Okay, whatever match you're having, the Pebble is going to be in there. Maybe a three-way. We'll see. But cool. the Pebble's in there for you.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, that is. Or is that something? I mean, cutting a promo, a 79 lets you add a stipulation to a relevant match. That might be how you have to get. If you want something like that in, you might.
Oh, so like to add him to my next match somehow?
Yeah, like you can. Like, you could handicap yourself. You could. I could take you on, even with if you had the Pebble. There's a lot of ways you could play that, but yeah, I think how, because I mean, obviously, in the infinite budget, they would have this lovely little, house that they built themselves. But I mean, we're moving. It's a touring show in a stadium.
Yeah. So it's a house, and by house we mean 2 sets built into opposite corners of the trailer that they bring with them.
Oh yeah, I think it's a trailer that they bring with them that you go inside and suddenly it is a cozy house cottage thing set up. There's there's a stove with chimney that goes to the that looks a little bit wobbly. Just don't nudge it.
It's for show.
Yeah.
It's a looking set.
Yeah.
All right, so are we back in the set with Mrs. Nice?
Yeah, I think there's Azuli. She's been handed a tea. There's Mr. Nice and Mrs. Nice there. And Mrs. Nice, I watched your match last week. You were very energetic. I hope you didn't get hurt. That looked very strenuous.
Nothing a little rest couldn't care for.
Tea at the garden.
Sneakily, I'm getting a spoonful of the tea out and draining it out into a tiny potted plant nearby. Yeah. It's rigged so it literally withers.
There's a little sound effect as it tilts. Yeah, as it wilts.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's oh yeah, of course, dear. She loves that garden. Always sending me to the garden.
Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, it disappears out. You get little bird noises and sound effect, and then it closes. machinations thing is moving in on my interests. I will not have that.
What will you have me do?
I need you to make a show of their Boudica. Show them that she's not scary, as tough as she's made out to be. I mean, you can take somebody with you, yeah. But
So 2 against 1.
do you have a problem?
I have my pride.
You have your task.
I'll be wanting a bonus.
Make Boudica look bad. And it's yours. You're not drinking your tea.
Oh, I am not thirsty.
Drink your tea.
And I'll pick up and
And just then the Mr. Nice comes in. It's like, I forgot my tools. Oh,
well, I should really be going.
going so soon. This is Marjorie.
Duty calls,
Well-
Mr. Nice.
Yeah. Well, dear, this is Marjorie speaking. Please, just, if you have any problems, you be sure to come and talk to us. The door is always open for you. You know you're our favorite.
Thank you, Mrs. Nice. I'll tip my hat and
Yeah.
slide out the door.
Yeah. There's one shot of her face just going slack, from the big smile.
The smile's just gone immediately.
Yeah. And then the husband just back out again, and she's like very quickly as the camera kind of leaves there, she's smiling again.
It looks like there's going to be a few snakes returning to Ireland.
Cuts to some adverts. When we get back from the adverts, is there any other promos? Is anything happening while the adverts are going?
I wouldn't mind catching JP back stage real quick.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
JP, that was a good match.
Was it? I felt bad that I hurt you there. Are you feeling any better?
It's nothing. It happens in the biz. It's fine. It'll be fine. Just a little tweak, but
All right. Well, I know a doctor that you can see, and if he helped me real well with my ankle. But you think the rest of it went okay?
the fans ate it up. They love this. I've got an idea that we could keep this rolling a little bit.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I could be watching the tapes, because that's unnatural for me, and I'm doing it anyway. But I could cut like a promo where I witness that you cheated, and I get all hot about it.
Oh, that I like it. And I was thinking maybe I can do some sort of like stalkery sort of thing where I'm watching you, keeping an eye on you, planning to get all my frustrations out on the big jock sort of thing.
Yeah. I know I got to be real careful, because I mean, I figure I don't want to make any people who are actually bullied by jocks to feel bad,
No. We have to keep you pristine clean. You have to be the good guy.
All right. Cool. I like it. I appreciate it.
In righteous indignation, that's the anger to go for.
Yeah, and you cheated. So I can harp on that.
Oh yeah, and I cheat a lot.
All right. Cool. Good. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that promo. Yeah. Thanks.
It was a hell of a match. You're really doing great.
I'm doing my best to learn from you. There's some real cool moves you pulled out there. I never seen that. I mean, I've seen it on tape, but being on the the ring, it's a whole different thing. So
between now and next week, we could hit the gym together. We could come up with some tandem stuff. It'll look way better, and it makes it a little safer.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I appreciate it. Let's do that.
This is going to be money, JP. We're going to be killing it out there.
Yeah. That sounds great.
And I'll kind of pat you on the arm and head out. I'm clearly pleased. Ooh, you froze.
Yeah, I froze. Sorry. JP is genuinely excited about this. Like the answers he's given could have been somebody like blowing something off, but he's like, yes, this is a great idea. And his wheels are turning.
Awesome.
Before Uzuli's match with actually, I think I said Melvin, did I? Uzuli and Melvin versus Boudica? Oh no, she just said anyone. Yeah, I think we need either promos or Uzuli recruiting. Either this is behind the scenes stuff or this is like on camera, like in character.
I think it's got to be on camera in character.
Yeah.
Although I like having some behind the scenes, but I think this will be fun to play out in character. So yeah, let's see. What's Melvin doing on camera when Urzuli walks in?
I think you see that he's laid out this sort of like binoculars, and he's got a map, and you can kind of, maybe as you come in, the camera can catch on his phone that, I can't remember what the app is, but it shows you where people are, where people check. And I could see, maybe for that flash, you could see he's tracking JP. But as you come in, he kind of puts it away real quick. Oh, Urzuli, can I help you?
Perhaps.
What's up?
Would you like to help me cast Boudica out of our fine circuit of camaraderie?
And again, this is on camera, right?
Yeah, like I don't know what she'd call it. I'm having trouble.
It's cool.
So just cast her out. I'll just stop there.
And Melvin gets a kind of calculating look. What's in it for me?
And I'll like open up my jacket, and it's this bagged and boarded, like very good copy of X-Men #1.
Oh.
But you have to put in a good showing.
Of course.
By the way, just interjection. Giant-sized, number one, or original Stan Lee, number one?
I mean, it's a printed out piece of paper on top of a different comic that isn't worth a lot of money. But I don't have that kind of budget. But yeah, it's giant-size X-Men.
And he kind of just avariciously, yeah.
You'll
Of
try your
course. Always.
Very good. Now I have to go and see if I can't steal one of Boudica's hairbrushes.
And Melvin will give the sort of, oh shit, creep out look to sell the terror he has for Zuli.
And she just like holds up this creepy looking tiny twiggy plant with a couple of very, dark, dangerous looking berries on it.
Now, do we feel like this would be classed as a promo? Or...
It sounds like a promo. She called out someone in particular.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We doing this, comma, and or dog. So roll with look. Nice flat roll. Okay, so it is a 9 on the dice.
Are you going to spend a momentum?
I think I am. I'm going to blow my momentum to do good on a promo. Because I can get that momentum right back and pick one from the 7 to 9 list.
+1 heat with Boudica. Momentum, or...
We
got...
actually have to put Boudica there, so...
You could choose a later match that could be added in, or add a stipulation to this one.
I mean, add the pedal to the match would be a stipulation that I'd be able to get behind, but I'm going to go with more heat with Boudica.
Okay.
Because that makes clear, direct sense, and I want that
Yeah,
audience.
and that builds up the kind of the big bad guy for either side kind of storyline.
Yep, some big bad guy energy.
Yeah.
Do we have any time for a behind the scenes scene?
Yeah, I think we could squeeze in a little behind the scenes before the match.
Yeah, cool.
By the way, I'm looking forward to seeing Ivan in the commentator chair, especially after last week.
Oh yeah, it's always good. So I'm like testing a couple of things and checking my sleeves and giving them a squeeze here and there and being like, doing a little something with a needle and thread. Is Boudica ever like backstage? Or do they literally like get different prep areas?
No, I think there's not like a division really of... I mean, if they've got like maybe a little bit of a set thing set up, they might, keep them different places, but... You think Boudica's around? Yeah, I think she would be leading up to the match. I think just literally doing like push-ups is going to kind of pump the muscles to kind of make them pop a bit.
Right. Get the pump. Dehydrating. She stopped drinking water like 2 hours ago. So So like,
Is that just like grunt?
it's big rude to have a drink around her right now, which I don't because, oof, man.
Yeah, I think Pebble walking by, like taking big swigs, and she's like, "Dude."
I was just like, sorry, forgot.
Yeah. I'll go around the corner. Sorry.
And does she have like the woad swirls and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't think they're. Yeah, I don't think they're real ones. I think they're like a stencil that's put on.
Just like.
So she has like sheets and sheets of these stencils, and the makeup just.
How do you get those in the same place every damn time?
Shit ton of reference photos.
Well, it's working.
Cheers. So, the match.
Yeah.
So, what do you want? Like, some, keep your cool mystique. Let Melvin kind of do the cheap shot thing that gives you a chance,
Yeah, I play it quiet.
Yeah, they need,
Oh. I have a new flash paper gimmick I'm trying. Is that like any kind of thing with you? Are you wearing anything super flammable?
I'll check with yeah.
Yeah, check with crew.
Check with wardrobe.
Yeah.
I don't
check
think
too,
so.
actually. Yeah, okay. Cool.
She like gets up and it's like, there's a. I mean, how tall is who's it?
Razuli? Like, she's not a small woman. She's
5'11"?
Yeah, probably about there.
Yeah.
Like 5'11", 5'10".
Yeah. So there's, a good
Lankier
yeah.
than might be ideal for wrestling, but
yeah. But very toned.
like certainly Urzuli's spending half of this conversation internally being like, man, I am so glad I'm fully clothed in the ring. Damn.
Yeah. It's like rubbing away the sweats with the towel and stuff. Oh. Okay, I'll try and make you look good. You make me look good.
Always.
I'll pull the big, you hardly hurt me,
Of course. Yeah. Because
but then,
that's the shtick.
you'll, a little bit of a cheating from Melvin. Get me in a weakened state.
Yep.
You don't cheat yourself maybe, but you
Yeah. Oh shit. I need to get with one of the crew and get that comic prop taped under one of the tables.
Okay. Anything you want me? All right. Yeah.
We'll see. If I get ring out or Melvin does, that's something to just sort of break out, try and coax him back into the ring. I think it'd be funny.
I like it. Okay. Good idea.
Cool. Cheers.
Yeah.
And then I'll go off to crew to ask about flammability and
yeah,
getting that comic book taped in place.
Yeah, I think then it's the we cut to, unless there's anything.
Rich, did you want to get out a promo?
Yeah, but a promo benefits our momentum, and I think from chat, I don't have another.
You get to promo. I mean, that's one of the benefits.
That's true. I could get heat, and I could try to buy back a little bit more heat.
You could change the match that's coming if you wanted to make it a part of that. You could
That
also
sounds fun. I'll probably go for heat, but that
Or
the
book a
stipulation on
match.
the map between Melvin and Urzuli would be cute. Okay. Yeah.
I have an idea to set you up off the idea that you had before.
Yeah. What's that?
Okay. So we have you watching the film. What you were wanting to do?
Yep. That's exactly where he wanted.
Okay. And so to give you your chance to give the yell at me. As you watch the film, as it gets to the end, there's a splice and you see Melvin there. And I'm going to initiate my showstopper to make the segment about me for this.
Yes.
And I'm going to initiate my mind games as there I am in your play film. I go, I beat you there in the ring, and I'm going to take all that made you so cool. Like your college ring, as I hold up your old Miss ring there.
Oh snap. That's
So
harsh.
I'm gonna, if it's okay, I'm gonna roll my mind games. Oof, I rolled terrible. That's a 4 plus 1 is 5, and I'm going to dump in. I wish I had a little more momentum.
I mean, you got one from Showstopper, didn't you?
Oh, I did. So I'll dump it all. I'll go to 0. I'll spend all 5, and I will give each of us a heat from that.
I mean, that deserves the heats.
Yeah. So there's your
fair.
setup into it, Rich, as you see.
Dang, that's awesome. I love that move.
Ring.
Yeah, and he gets that, and he's watching on a laptop, right? And he sees that. He finally just closes the laptop and looks around. He looks right at the camera and says, Melvin, buddy, I don't understand why you work so hard, but you never feel good about yourself. You got a real opportunity. You're a good wrestler. There is no reason for you to cheat. I don't buy cheaters. I don't. I got to tell you, I'm real disappointed that you felt like you had to cheat to beat me. You may very well be a better wrestler than I am, but I hate to say it, but I think I'm a better man than you. So that's
Yeah.
He's cut his promo. So here we go. I get to roll my plus look. I got a -1 look still. Here we go. Oh, I rolled a 9. -1 makes that an 8.
What's your stock on momentum?
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to spend 2 momentum to get 1 back and a pick from the 7 to 9. So I think I'm just going to eat the 7 to 9, and I'll gain +1 heat. So I'm almost back to where I was before with that. Yeah. And I think he needs to turn it. Like maybe he's getting some, there's a pregnant pause. Maybe he's getting some direction from the thing. He says, so next time you and I meet Melvin, hell, it's going to be different. I'm going to pin you, boy. I'm going to put you down. Cool. So there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Rhonda definitely gets a little note through that, yeah, costumes cleared. Go for the the fireworks. And Boudica's entry starts.
Oh man.
And it's just Boudica, but it's going to be, it's like darkness for a moment, and you just see there's like a lightning crack on the Jumbotron behind her, silhouetting her. And then a kind of ominous, it's like panpipey Celtic music going as she stomps down slowly to this kind of like with this like kind of thunderstorm sound behind it, and her, the UV reflecting tattoos, big spirally blue Celtic type swirls, kind of showing up against her silhouette as she comes to the stage, steps over the ropes because she's 6'5", and then kind of just walks to the corner, and then she does like a gesture, like get on with it. Next.
Yep. Then, of course, my usual thing. The smoke, the spooky music, the cool snake animatronic, the coming out of the smoke. I hand off my cane and a coat to some hanger-on, and I approach the ring. And I give it sort of this appraising glance, and then target acquired on Boudica, and just insinuate myself through the top and middle rope.
She's doing like the walking back and forth like a caged animal, not approaching, but just like there's just this contained energy.
Nice. All right. Does Melvin get an entrance, or is he gonna like drop in the middle?
Is this a tag match, or am I just coming in to be in your corner?
I think you're just coming in to be in my corner.
I think so. Yeah. Be in the corner.
Then probably as you were making the creepy entrance, it would all be your flash. So I think I'm probably just kind of following along behind you, and have like a clipboard out, and I'm looking and watching as you're going up as I'm ticking off all the advantage.
Got a little stopwatch, and you're looking serious about it. Nice.
On the commentator table, I think, along with Ivan, of course, there would be Gregory. Gregory Price. So Ivan's with the boss.
Clearly.
Tavarish, it's good to be here talking about what's going to be a very ugly match.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see how Melvin is going to make much difference.
Yes, he's not even very good at eye candy. So ugly.
Stone cold.
Azulia has control of the match.
Yeah. I think I'll goad her to entering my range, and then, give her a nice clean kick to the stomach to start off with. And then she'll try to sort of close in on me and try to get me in a grapple, and I'll pull something out of one of my sleeves that creates a flash of light. And I'm actually kind of careful to make sure that it doesn't get her like dead in the eyes with the light, but it's flashy. It looks kind of like sorcery, and sort of catches her off guard for a moment. She sells stepping back.
Yeah, she's definitely like doing the kind of. God, I think she has like her hair loose down over her face, to make herself more ominous.
Hair. Like it's a low risk trick, but there's risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll just, while she's doing that, go to the side, get low under her leg, and just sort of flip her over my shoulder. Just as kind of a warm-up move. So I think that's just general wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm demonstrating my character through action or otherwise showcasing my gimmick.
I mean, the fireworks feels like that, definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
It brings stuff like that out.
Right. We'll give this a roll. All right, so that's a 7. That looks a 0, so it's nice and flat. So I'll hit pretty well. I will give Boudica control and gain momentum.
Yeah, I think... So what was the move that you just did? Like the last part of that?
Basically just flipping her over one of my shoulders. And dropping her to the mat. I'm not like continuing to clinch or lock.
I think like you try and go for like just a quick pin, but she like you see like she like just shoves you off the side.
Yep.
And
sprawl out.
Yeah. And starts doing that like caged animal like circling you. I think as she kind of passes by where Melvin is off on the edge of the ring, she kind of throws her back into it to start knocking him off the ring side, and then coming back at you with like a big meaty arm swing.
I flop horribly onto the floor.
Yeah. Pass control back to you.
All right.
Like she's like coming in for like a clothesline, like hit you.
Yeah, I'll see if I can grab that arm up and use the momentum to sort of fling her into the ropes. And then probably dip down and like have her over my shoulder and then do one of those cool things where you just rotate and then drop them, because that shit's fun. And I think that's straight up difficult technical wrestling ability. So I think that's a work. I promise the next time I get control, I'll tag Morgan in. Or Melvin, sorry.
I won't tag in. I'm just we're with you.
Oh, all right. Well, that was a 4. That is ungood.
Do you have enough momentum to even change that?
Let's find out. No, I do not. I am 1 short. So I get countered.
I mean, I have a box ready, but if
you've got a box ready, I think we're not far enough in for me to put you over yet. So I'm gonna hold on it.
Get it. Boudica has to look good too. So
yeah, I think it's like you're going in for that the swing thing, and you're like you've got your legs around her neck, like where you just do the last little bit, the spin where to send her going, and she just goes flinging you from her body, like staying upright herself, bouncing you off the ropes. I think it even I think there's like a little bit of getting caught up in the ropes unintentionally.
Yep.
Putting an injury on you.
Ooh,
I think it's like you bounce into the ropes and then you're coming back, but your leg is in there for a bit, and you kind of
get a little wrenched.
and you kind of like fall face. I mean, you don't really take much damage. Your face is the mat, it's that getting yanked back by your ankle.
Woof. So, yeah, I'll stand myself back up.
And of course, she kind of she does some like beating of her chest, like, and
This is
just
this
two.
is pitiful.
Bring three. Just giving you
Yeah.
time to kind of recover. She saw that that didn't go perfect.
I'm actually going to scoot to the corner and try to tag in. Tag in Melvin.
Oh, there is no tag in. Look at
No, it's hot
look at
tag.
Arzuli. Oh, she must have been bitten by snake. She thinks she can tag in. She's going to have to lose to Boudica all by herself. Well, she's doing really well.
Yeah, I'm just here kind of as support because it's not a tag match.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, shit.
Oh, but I mean,
You're just here to be in the corner. Ugh. All right. Then, sorry, I'm getting confused.
I mean,
Though-
he can run in, interrupting a match in progress.
I could do a run in which has some sort of things, but we could also have. I mean, you're going to hand control because currently controls with what Boudica.
Yeah,
Had a botched
yeah.
move,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
you're going to hand back over anyway. So once Boudica comes over to and starts working over Zuli or makes the move.
Yeah.
Then she does one of these moves where she's going to bang off the ropes and go after Zuli. But I think Melvin will reach up and grab her ankle as she hits the rope, so she flops down. He's going to back up like, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything."
That was me. Yeah, that's one good thing. I could also rules about rules and be like, "Hey, Melvin, hand me one of the chairs, the folding chairs. Everyone loves that crap."
Yeah, so Melvin will reach underneath the ring and start bringing out the steel chair.
Look, I mean, I may be called, it might be Machinations Inc., but that is not cricket. I mean,
Nobody really knows the rules to cricket anyway.
I mean, you wouldn't go so low to require a chair outside help. This is
Yeah, is Boudica in control of the round right now? What's she doing?
I think there's just some kind of general back and forth punches,
Okay, cool.
a little bit
cool.
more her side. You're kind of like being pushed around the ring, but it's mainly just to give you some, there's a bit of,
Right.
Are you okay to keep going? Is the ankle good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good.
Yeah.
This sucks, and I'm not going to do anything leg heavy and no lunges.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool. And then I think I'll roll rules, no rules. What rules? For that sneaky, underhanded steel chairness. There we go. That's a 7.
So yes, I'll slide it into you and try and get the ref's attention as I'm there on the edge of the ring.
7? Okay.
Yep, on a 7.
Get away with it. Oh, you get to choose. What are you going to choose?
I'm gonna not get away with it. The ref actually is awake today. I'm gonna get +1 heat with Boudica.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I mean, what does it look like, the hit? I mean, you don't get away with it, but I mean, I feel like you do it, but you get caught.
Yeah. The hit's pretty fast. I'll get it from Melvin.
Oh, is it like thrown, you grab, and then...
It's more like blade-like. It's sideways. It's a small. Well, it looks like it until it lands,
Yeah.
and so it's just
Yeah. Flat out distribute the impact. Yeah.
Because otherwise that's not very nice.
Yeah, the ref gets right in your face, and it's like, you know, as Boudica like leans her back to you, it gives one of the buckles, kind of shaking it off, and the referee's like pushing you back into the opposite corner, like, and you know, gesturing, and you're like, remember, we want to.
Right, I'm being standoffish the whole time, and like,
and he's, okay. Remember, you can get the win, but we need it to be. I think we need to up the, the handicap on Boudica. So when she takes the win, she doesn't lose any of the kind of, big scary. Right.
Right. Yep.
Back there. And Boudica like smacks the turnbuckles, like kind of tears some bits that have been kind of loosened in preparation, like just like.
Yep. Now I'll roll my shoulders out. And give my neck a turn.
Throws the chair out of the ring at Melvin. And and you have control.
All right. Just trying to think about how I could maybe angle some cheap heat or something, but nah, I don't want to push it. That's just my brain saying, "Hey, you haven't done this." You know what, though? I will work the audience.
Nice.
I'll just be like, "Look at this animal. Do you really want the syndicate to take over? The ends justify the means. I'm being held back by these referees, by all of these notions of sportsmanship. Well, everything that we've built is falling down around us. To this would-be conqueror."
I feel like you're aiming for jeering.
Yep.
Yeah, you're getting some, all the talk of fair, going in, fair play, holding you back and rules. That's is starting to get, the booze coming in.
It's very heelsy.
Yeah.
It's very, I should be free to do what I want.
Is it one?
My audience is just one. Yep. All right, here we go. Whew, 7. 6 on the dice. What we got going on here?
It's momentum or control.
Momentum. I'll take the momentum.
Boudica charges at you. You charge back. You meet in the middle. You're both just throwing punches and just both absorbing them. She crouches down into like a gut punch on you.
I double over.
Yeah, she throws you into the ropes. She goes in the opposite direction. She's coming back into the meat. the audience see she's going for the Celtic cross arm. She comes in like the arm right back, and as she's coming in, she like just gets you at like neck heights, sending you flipping over the arm.
Gosh.
So
Oh,
that
no.
you sell it,
Yep.
and she goes in for the pin, and it gets to 2. And it's almost going to do 3 when you get like shoulder up, and the referee kind of pushes her off you and like gives you a moment, and you are back in control.
My favorite pin escapes are those leg ups, and those are fun.
Oh, that is what it was.
Yeah. I'll like sneak a leg under each armpit and like push up, and the referee's like, no. Back up. I'm like, fine. I have to play it high as I come back in. Yeah, no more kicks.
Well, Ivan, I have to admit, not many people get straight back up from that arm. I mean, maybe a new hire.
I don't know. I think with me, you raise the standards. Don't lower them.
Now, Ivan, no need to be jealous.
Jealous. That girl needs meat on her bones.
Definitely jealous.
So jealous.
Yeah, no, I think I'll come in, do like a foot stomp maneuver that gets her like hopping on one leg and like holding the foot. And then I'll use that to sort of grab her on one side while she's out of balance, to take her into a side slam and put her in an arm bar after that. Try to go for the submission.
She like, I think she. Well, actually, no, you're in this group. I think she whispers to you, it's like, you know, remember the buckle, the padding stripped off. It'll play great. I mean, just get me on that. Smash me into it.
Cool. So we'll get the 1, 2, and then definitely I'll let Boudica like practically pull me off the mat with the arm bar, because that looks fucking cool. And then it's a couple of back and forths, you know, more punches, more blows, couple of drops where I am slowly working her towards that bear turnbuckle, right? Then I take her in like a nice shoulder blow and pull her into that turnbuckle.
Cool.
Just as discussed.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd just winces. There's like I guess, however it's done, there's the loud noise.
Yeah,
the
it's
impact,
that
that stamp or
yeah, that metallic noise.
Hmm.
I might even make sure to like hit the rope a little bit as we make contact, just for a little bit more sound.
Oh yeah.
Just to really make it sound.
Yeah, the whole like ring kind of shakes from it.
All right, do we think that this is time for a finisher?
I think that would be good.
Cool.
No, really, where is the referee during this? This is
These Americans,
buckle
they
is
don't have
obviously
no
bad.
work ethic. Look, it's obviously made in China buckle. It's all weak. In Russia, the wrestling is so much better. We don't even buckles.
Turnbuckles, they are this thick.
The turnbuckles are made from actual cow.
Whole cow. Why waste it?
Yes.
Oh man, it's a flat roll. All right, well,
is.
it's a 6 on the dice. I will blow at least 1 momentum. Yep.
Just spin one, I'll push you over. So what's the finisher look like?
And you got the full 10. Oh, what does Ivan say?
Oh, I
Yeah.
want to know what it looks like so I can
Oh, yeah.
sell it.
Yeah.
Goodness. I mean, is there any way to get her in a cool looking lock that like pushes her against the turnbuckle?
Damn, I'm busted.
I mean, you could do like basically riding her type, like as she's on her feet, stumbling around, you're like choking out the oxygen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
That sounds like it doesn't use my legs a lot, which frankly I like right now.
Yeah, it's basically she's doing all the work.
Yeah, it's just
she's selling it, and you're just
giving her the go to sleep
Yeah.
arms.
Oh, it's the sleeper. I can't believe this. I didn't think Arzuli was tall enough to even pull this off, but it might work.
She had to jump to get there, but you know.
I mean, I think this should be disqualified. I mean, this is just, not sporting. It's
Oh, it's not sporting, but they both suck. Might as well let it end well. Go, Arzuli!
Nice.
And
And
I'm pushing
I'll
her
choose
over.
to gain an audience. Boudica doesn't need any.
She does not.
Yeah, so I imagine that she goes down real slow. It's like knees first and arms out.
Yeah.
Mm.
She almost like grabs the rope,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, oh, the head just kind of starts going down and the hand slow.
Slowly.
And I think the referee is does the hand raise, lets it drop. If it drops 3 times, she's out. And it's like on the last one, she kind of the arm just kind of
Well,
tries
does she have? No.
to get up, and she like almost kind of like she's like down on these, like pulls herself up.
And I have to
She's
like
almost standing.
change how I'm standing to
Oh,
get
yeah.
my leverage back to keep her down.
And then
I have to struggle against it. Yeah.
And I think that's when she's just face down, like a tree being felled. And ding, 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 ding.
Melvin's jumping up and down, yelling for you. Yes, comes into the ring and holds your hand up.
I'm still wearing a belt. Instead of suspenders.
Yeah.
And like it takes me a second to stand back up. I have to like press a hand on my knee to lever myself back up to standing. But
I think Ivan goes into the ring to, help Boudica up. And she like pushes him away. She's regaining.
rude.
Ivan or Gregory?
Ivan, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think they're probably around the same height.
I feel like
I mean, he probably is wider, but, she's still pretty wide.
I feel like the syndicate needs to like trick a baby face or something into working for them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think there should be we get a little behind, on camera behind the scenes in character of Arcade Ace, like watching this match and just be like, what the actual hell they put Azuli against Boudica, who has my belt. What the actual? And she's like, just walking off down the corridor, just like, just obviously absolutely infuriated. Just people like stepping out of our way. Does anyone else have any little moments before we? Or should we go to Stars and Wishes?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good end.
Yeah. That's the end of an episode. Who did you not have a segment or otherwise interact with?
Nothing with Urzuli, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that goes down by 1.
To a minimum of 0 or a minimum of 1?
I think basically it's technically, I would say it's just a minimum of 1, because if you have 0, as soon as you're in a ring with someone, it becomes 1. So I would say just down to 1.
Okay, cool. And I wasn't doing anything with JP, so I too have to. And I wasn't doing anything with the pebble, so I gotta.
Oh
About
man,
that.
Pebble! What did he do this time?
I think he just. I mean, he was there when Boudica was training, and he drank a drink near you. I mean, but you didn't. Neither of you made
doesn't
any
create antagonism.
gesture towards you each other, so I don't think that counts.
No.
It wasn't even on camera.
I'm listening, but I'll be right back.
Yeah. Since I ended it with you in intros, Rich, should we start with you?
Sure. I will say that Melvin's promo was delightful. Tyler, you just know how to take it to 11. It's great. Also a star for the "this is nice" and Urzuli bit. That setup was cool. I like from the whole, like it's a different set to one that travels around. All of that setup was really, really fun. Wishes, I really hope this isn't the new face of my internet, because if so, that is really frustrating, and I apologize. There were times when I wasn't commenting on matches as Boris because I was missing whole sentences and I just didn't want to like break in. In fact, I think there were 2 times where I unmuted and said something and you guys had to move on. I don't know. I just said stuff and no one reacted to it, so I thought, crap.
Oh, maybe we just didn't.
So that was not fun. So I wish that my internet had been better. That's really the big wish for me. I really feel like things are starting to gel. I'm super happy with JP. I think I'm having a lot more fun playing the character versus Wicked J, which I never got a good handle on. So I appreciate everybody being open to that. It's been, I feel like I'm part of it now, and instead of like an outsider just playing catch up. And now I'm playing catch up because I can't hear because of the internet. But it's just it'll be fine. It's fine. What was my stuff?
Anything you would like to see next match or next Sunday Smash?
I definitely want I want a match with Urzuli, but I'm really pushing this heat with Melvin. I'd like to push enough heat with Melvin to actually see if one of us could get an advance. That would be really fun. Oh wait, JP's at a 4? Do you get an advance at 4 or when you go above a 4?
But on audience.
Oh, on audience, not heat. Okay.
We get an audience if we finish a match where you have heat with someone at 4. You get an audience out of that at the end of the match.
So if you had a match with JP, Melvin would get an audience after that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That flow needs to be in one place somewhere. As it is, you gotta look in like 2 or 3 different places to be like,
Yeah. And I can't remember what order I did intros in, but
I think you started with Tyler. Just to implicate myself while a train is
yes.
going.
Well, so
Okay,
Jen.
cool. All right, 2 stars. Yeah, JP Townsend is so wholesome. And I feel like you're more into playing him, and I like his angle. I like his attitude. Thumbs up, that was fun. Yeah, as always, Melvin P. Morgenstern, just so over the top, so funny. I love the jock nerd angle. That was classic. That was a good match, some solid interplay between the two characters, both towards the audience and between themselves. So that was very cool. I liked getting more behind the scenes, hey Bob, hey Ralph, kind of stuff. That's always a little fun. It's very cool to see a bit of a human side to Boudica.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool. It was a fun match to play out, even if I did get a big case of the uhs when it came to how do you beat somebody up in the ring. Let's see, wishes for next session. I want to see Arcade Ace.
I mean, I feel
she's got to kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, I mean, either she. I feel like she's has a beef with you now. For taking you're taking what rightfully the chance to kind of build that storyline, build that aggression against Boudica.
So sad.
I'm kind of tempted to do some sort of you and Arcade Ace versus Boudica and somebody else as a kind of very antagonistic tag match.
That could work.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Tyler, yeah.
I think there was starting you because I think that this one had a lot of story to it. I think that you set these up really well to kind of tell a narrative, and that's nice. That's what makes wrestling kind of sing. So I thought that went real well. Rich, I thought what we built up was really good story. That's a nice story tell. I like this character. You do seem like you just catch him right off, and you've made a wonderful baby face. I mean, just a first-rate baby face.
Thank you.
So I think that this interplay and feud can work really well. Jen, I really liked the stuff with Miss Nice. I liked that interaction. It was cool to see the power dynamic of it. And then I thought the match was pretty good too. I thought that was there was good story element to what was going on between the two of you. There was drama to it. So I think that worked out really nicely. Sorry.
Cool, good. I was always a little worried. I'm like, oh man, is this gonna play?
Yeah, I think it hit solid. For wishes, I do want to see this JP and Melvin sort of feud keep on going. I think we have good potential to get an advance out of it. And I also think that there's nice story to it. And, it's always a shame, like in a 3, that someone seems a little out in the cold when stuff's going on. So I almost kind of wish to see, say, Melvin and Azuli tag up against like JP and Ace, or Boudica, something in there that.
That's a baby versus heel tag.
Right. So you get that good natural heat. We both have beefs with the other, and we kind of established Urzulia and Melvin working together, and faces always team up. I mean, that's just what they're like.
That's just what they do.
That's what
Clearly,
they do.
I'll have to find a different comic book this time, or some other collectible.
Oh, helping me with taking down JP would be reward enough.
Maybe you come to me this time.
Yeah, there's a
thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a couple of I don't know, mice in a tiny box or something. It's like, don't tell Margaret you can pay me in these.
So Boudica. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ray.
I was just saying that it writes itself. You guys plotting out the whole next session because there's so much good heat.
There is. It's nice. Boudica has the belt. Is that what you were saying, Alan?
Yes. It was the kind of the storyline kind of established was that she took the belt from Arcade Ace, and Arcade Ace hasn't really had a chance to.
And this was a non-title match.
Yeah, that was a non-title match. No, there's no belt on the line. But she should still be the one. Getting a chance to.
Really put down the champ there in front of everybody.
I really love the whole feud building with Melvin and JP, and just how I just loved how there wasn't an antagonistic promo from JP. It was a little bit at the end, but it was that's kind of built. The main thrust of it was just this disappointment. You just wish you just want him to do better, don't you?
Just savagely wholesome.
There's no hate in you. You just.
Guys,
I love that.
I'm glad you like that. I was like, this is a different approach. I think it rings true.
Yeah, no, and and I just always love seeing Azuli behind the scenes and just the kind of workman-like relationship she's building with the other wrestlers, and
I wonder why. Clearly, there's maybe some real animosity between her and Ivan, or maybe it's over.
Yeah, no, I kind of I want to see if that's something that's just they blew off steam and they're good again, or if it is something that's actually more of a feud. Either way, I want to see that. That's something I want to see next.
Mm-hmm.
I'd having much more fun as I kind of I think it's much more fun when I just if I'm given control of a match, I'm okay, just quick little scene and then throw it back.
Right.
And also one of the star, I really like that when people had control, they were a bit more describing the back and flow. They were still in control. It wasn't this is how I'm winning the match. It was people, narrated both ways a bit better, which I found more engaging. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, we have 2 more Worldwide Wrestling Sunday Smash left, and I'm very excited to see where things go. So hopefully internet will be more kind to me next time, and we'll go ahead and stop here. Thank you all so much for playing, and thanks, Alex, for being so creative.